From Chicago streets to the courts beat, Sal Scott Dan on the podcast seat. Bulls breaking news, talking stats and views. Every player, every play, we never lose. Horns over hoops, we're the Bulls troop. From game analysis to fan scoop.
What is good, Bulls fans and Horniacs, and welcome to the 51st episode of the Horns Over Hoops podcast. We are your hosts for the evening, Sal Bass, Scott Berman, and Dan Gracie. Gentlemen, how is it going? We just had our 50th episode, so they just get more and more exciting to film now, these shows. So, I mean, from here on out, it's just, I mean, I was always happy to film these, but like now it's just every day is like, I want to do this. I can't wait to do this. But enough about me. How are you guys doing?
Doing pretty good. A little sleepy, but other than that, doing good.
Oh, you a little tuckered? What's got you sleepy?
No, I was working. I woke up around 3 this morning. Well, actually, I woke up at 3. Got in the shower at 3:15. So,
hey, man,
it's been a long day.
You got no excuse. The UK, C-Red UK gentlemen, they wake up just to watch the game. So
no, I know. They wake up when I leave to go to work just to watch the Bulls. That's kudos to them. Dedication.
Shout out C-Red UK guys. Matt, Neil, how's it going? Let's get something going soon. It's been too long since we've had a collab, so we'll set something up soon. But now for Scotty B. Scotty B, you look like you're diligently looking up information there. What are you looking at?
I am looking up baseball standings right now because our Chicago White Sox, right here, Chicago White Sox, are in first place.
Oh,
yeah.
First place. That's some words we never thought we'd ever say.
Yeah.
2 wins?
2 wins.
Well, 2 down, 28 more to go, or
do you think Jerry's going to get that new stadium for the Sox?
Oh,
not a chance. Not a chance. Not a chance. Well, hold on. Where he wants it? I don't think so. Or like, I don't want to say where, but how he wants it, where like the city pays for it? No.
Not a chance.
Yeah. He'd have to pay for it.
Isn't where the Sox play now, isn't it like it's not that old, right?
No, they just got a new stadium when it became what was it?
Like,
before US Cellular.
It probably like, I don't know, 30 years ago.
Yeah, 30 years old, if that. Which I know it doesn't sound super new, but that's kind of super new.
For like a building, that's
it's a decent stadium. Great food.
It's a nice stadium. Yeah. It's just it's kind of
I see their food.
It's kind of on a risque part of town. That's about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it straight sucks to get there. I've been to one Sox game, and it sucked. It sucked driving there. Same with the Bears.
The best thing you can do is take the L.
Yeah, or do what me and Austin did and buy tickets to the Sox game the day of, drink a case of beer, show up in the 4th inning, leave in the 6th, fall asleep on the train.
I feel like
there you go.
That's how you should experience every baseball game, not just the Sox. Just baseball.
Or you could have done what we did for my bachelor party. Is we were late to the game, and by the time we got to the game, it was already 10-0 in favor of the other team. So,
well, the Sox do suck. So,
yeah, but they were phenomenal.
These 2 wins. They're number one over. They're number one.
Number one.
They're number one.
Last place, so I'm having a great time.
It's a good day to be a Sox fan, but go Cubs as well for you Cubs fans listening. Anyways, gentlemen, it is our 51st episode. So we started a trend the last few episodes, and that is we start out every single episode for the last 2 episodes with a kind of like a trivia question that coincides with the episode. And I figured that it's only fitting for this episode's trivia question to be as such because of the events that happened before. Of course, we will be talking about the moment that Bulls fans are going to be talking about until the day they're no longer on this earth. It's ranking right up there with our 6 championships and the Derrick Rose era. I'm talking, of course, the Josh Giddey buzzer beater. So that reflects highly on this question because this week's intro trivia question, whatever, the name needs work, but we'll get to that later, is, gentlemen, can either of you two tell me when the last time the Chicago Bulls won a game in favor of a buzzer beater was? Who and when?
It was Io DeSumo. Was the
Well,
last
yeah,
one that
it was
did
Io. Yeah, wasn't it against like the Hawks?
Yeah. I just
That's
actually watched.
incorrect.
It wasn't Io?
It was not Io DeSumo.
What? What are you talking about?
To win the game, buzzer beater to win a game?
Josh Giddey, my mistake.
No. Yeah, but no. Dan, want to take a stab without looking it up?
It was Io DeSumo,
Was
December
it?
21st. Yes, I'm looking at it right now. I'm on Basketball Reference.
December 21st of this year?
December 21st, 2022.
That's a game winner to win the game. Not send it into overtime, a game winner.
Oh, yeah, it was a game winner.
Oh, then is it one of the DeRozan ones?
There you go. Which one?
January
Indiana?
1st.
Okay.
It's the one
Okay.
against the
See-
Wizards. I literally just watched a video of Bulls buzzer beaters.
That is correct. The last Chicago Bulls buzzer beater, besides the one that happened the other night, to win the game, there was a lot of buzzer beaters in between these, happened on January 1st, 2022 against the Indianapolis Pacers in favor of DeMar DeRozan hitting a quite incredible three-point shot. And the other one happened not that far behind that. It happened the day before, actually, when, again, DeMar DeRozan hits another incredible shot against the Washington Wizards. So there you go. Before
That was
that,
2021.
yeah, before that, it was years before. So, but anyway, fellas, that was the trivia question of the day. Let's move on because I am anxious to talk about this. And that is, I'm still riding I don't want to call it the high, but I'm still kind of riding the wave of the Josh Giddey buzzer beater. I think that was an incredible game, wall to wall. I love the dramatics that came with it, and of course how it ended was incredible. And I'm going to ask your guys' opinion on how you felt about it during the game, but I'm going to ask Dan's opinion last, and that's because Dan did something incredible during that game. He did something incredible that I can't wait to discuss. So before we get into Dan's incredible story, Scotty B, what did you think of the buzzer beater, the game? Tell me where you were, what you were doing, because this is another one of those moments like when, unfortunately, D-Rose injured himself.
He's not dead.
Not dead.
That was the death of the career. Okay, hold on. Tell me where you were. We're gonna remember where we were when this shot happened.
Laying in bed with an iPad next to me watching the game.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Correct answer.
And let me read the text messages that I sent.
Okay.
This is the first Josh Giddey miss that one, when he went for the layup and just airballed it.
Yeah, the air ball.
I said, damn, Bulls had an easy bucket there. Then I said, holy fuck. Oh my fucking God. That was fucking wild. Motherfucking Josh Giddey.
Yeah. And for those of you listening at home, those 4 text messages were all within 25 seconds of each other. Like it was boom,
Yep.
boom, 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 boom. What'd you think of it? Because they were actually down, I think, was it as much as 18 points throughout the entire game?
They pulled the classic Bulls and came back because, we can't have a true game. Well,
No.
they've been having good games, but,
Yeah.
just never count the Bulls out for some reason. They love coming back.
Cardiac Bulls. Stroke again. Stroke?
But
Strike?
Struck.
It's
Struck.
Struck.
They show they can play against higher level talents, not high end talents, as we saw with what the Thunder just did to the Bulls.
Yeah. That was bad.
Like, yeah, there's a whole nother level of what the Thunder are compared to the rest of the league. Like the Cavs, Celtics, Thunder are on such a different level than the rest of the league. So, but it was incredible. I would say it was one of the best basketball games, if not the best basketball game I've ever seen. It was the best fourth quarter I saw. We were down, like you said, I want to say 15 points going into fourth, and we came back and won it. We were down 2 points, or we were down 5 points with 12 seconds left.
Yeah. That was the most wild 12.6 seconds of my life, honestly.
Yeah, but I saw a video on Instagram and I thought it was hilarious. Someone was talking about how the Lakers could have won the game because really that 12 seconds was a lot of mistakes by LeBron James.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but they were like, after it was before the inbound. So the Pat Wills 3-pointer, the Lakers had a timeout. So they could have taken a timeout.
They did? I didn't know that.
Yeah, the Lakers had a timeout. The guy was like, there's one guy on the bench for the Lakers that is 100% on inbound passes this year, and they could have put him in the game. That man is Bronny James. He is 2 for 2 this year in inbound passes. And I was dying.
Okay. Yeah, and then obviously the turnover. What was the third? I mean, I don't even know if you count the third one as an error because the play itself was a prayer, but what was the third play?
Well, the error with the bounce, like it was a bad inbound pass. And then LeBron, when there's not much time left, LeBron wasn't trying to like guard him. He was just kind of letting him go and then saw he was going to take a shot and then jumped from like 10 feet away. Like he could have played some defense on him if they really want to try. But again, are you really going to play defense on a half court shot? So
yeah, exactly.
I don't fault Bron on that one, but the two before were his fault.
Yeah, honestly, when you're heaving up a shot from half court, you don't really want to play too much defense because you run the risk of fouling them. And of course, being down 2 points, putting a good free throw shooter like Josh Giddey at the line is not smart because it really is what it is. It's a prayer. You know, you heave it up. Sometimes it goes in, sometimes it doesn't. In this instance, it went in. So,
he had that Derrick Rose like look on his face when he went up with the follow through with the arm up and just like, he had the straight face of like, I know this is going in, and didn't like get excited until I want to say Vooch got to him and like hit him up.
The most emotion I've ever seen Vooch display this year, this entire year, was when he almost tackled Josh Giddey to the floor.
I honestly think that was the first time I've seen Vooch smile this year.
Yeah, honestly, and again, not to be negative because we talked about Vooch, we talked about why he's feeling the way he is, but just to see that man crack a smile, it was just incredible. Along with the entire situation going on, what happened when he hit that shot, Scott?
It went in.
Yeah, it went in.
Well,
it went in, and then the camera panned immediately to a Lakers fan that was just like his mind. And then Stacey King just doesn't know what to say, so he just starts like naming a random Australian things. You know what the I'm Coming Elizabeth thing's from, right?
Yeah, I do.
Sons.
Yeah, Sanford and Sons.
Yeah. But yeah, it was great. It like I didn't know what to like. I was so jacked up. It was wild. I watched that replay so many times.
I know. Me and you were saying like, and I can't wait to hear what Dan was doing. But I know you and me were saying like we were tired, and then after that shot went in, it's like I cannot go to bed. I'm so fired up now. So before we get into Dan's, I'll tell you what happened because I almost went to this game. I was this close to going to that game. In fact, I was this close from the stadium. So. Before this game started, the wife and I and the child, my son, my oldest son, we were all in Chicago. We took a trip to Chicago. We're like, hey, you know what? We'll go down to Chicago and do something before the game because wife had PTO to burn. So anyway, so we're in Chicago. We're doing our thing. We're going shopping. We went out to eat and we met up with some friends of my wife's. And it's like 6:00. 6:15, and I'm like, there's no way we're going to make it home in time for this game to start. So what do? I'm like, screw it. Let's just buy cheap tickets and go. Because, I mean, even if the tickets are $50 and you have to sit up in the nosebleeds, I mean, whatever. You're still there, and it's, you know, if you're going to watch it on the Jumbotron, it's like watching it at home. So
yeah,
I'm like, all right, you know, go on, see if there's, because last-minute tickets. I go on Ticketmaster. All right. Where you'll normally find like a handful of stragglers, they're usually in the nosebleeds or in the 100 section, but like insanely overpriced. Nothing. Not one seat was available for that game. It was completely grayed out. There was not one ticket available for that game, completely sold out. I don't know how many more times I can say that. One more time. It was completely sold out. And we chalked it up to Luca's first game. I'm sorry, Luca and Brett. What's up?
Was it sold out?
It was sold out.
Oh my God.
There was not one seat available. So I don't know if you know that, but I couldn't buy any tickets. So what do? I do the responsible husband thing. I tell my wife to drive home while I sit in the passenger seat and watch the game on my phone. So, hey man, drive responsibly. Don't drive in bulls, whatever. Anyway, so watching the game, and we looked good early on. We looked very good early on. Driving home, watching the game. Anyway, it comes time to. We get home, it's about the third, fourth quarter, and we're not looking the greatest. I mean, you could tell that Lakers team was leaps and bounds better than it was the first time we played them. They're actually showing a little hard hustle and muscle. And then with what was it? The last, I'd say under a minute, I would say we're done. I wasn't quite giving up yet. I'm like, all right, we still have a chance. And then when we went down 5 and Giddey missed that floater, and I'm like, oh man, this is going to be tough now. And then Vooch hits that incredible 3. Kevin Huerter hits an incredible 3. Patrick Williams, somebody who we haven't been given his flowers all year, hits that miraculous 3. And finally, a little bit more life comes into me. And then it comes down for the inbound pass. I've never in my life seen, and this maybe because I don't watch a lot of LeBron James, I've never seen him screw up an inbound pass before. I don't think I've ever seen him have one of his inbound passes intercepted. Then Kobe White hits that 3, and even Kobe White saw that go in, because you just see as he shot it, he kind of did that one-legged dance back, and we were up by 1. Next play, when whoever inbounded it, and Austin Reeves just pretty much had a clear lane to the basket. I'm like, well, that sucks. No more timeouts. It's either going to be we turn it over or we take an absolutely terrible shot and we blow the game. Well, sure as hell, got inbound pass to who got the inbound pass? I think it was Kobe or Pat.
I think it was thrown to Pat.
Yeah. Okay. Up to Pat, then Giddey, and I don't know, something about when Giddey shot it, it was going through my head like that thing's going in. That's going in. Sure as shit. Goes in. We steal a game from the Lakers. It was the absolutely loudest I've ever screamed in my entire life. My neighbors had to have think somebody got unalived in my house just because of how loud I screamed.
Unalived.
I don't know the rules of what you can and can't say, so I say unalived.
No, that's
or
reverse
my
living.
favorite, reverse birth. Somebody got reverse birthed in my. There you go. So and like Scott said, I was just jumping for joy, dude. I'm still riding that high to this day. It was the most incredible shot I've ever seen as a Bulls fan, as far as a game winner. So, but that's nothing compared to Dan Gracie's story. Dan Gracie, where were you when the Lakers were taking on the Bulls?
I was in Rosemont with my wife for her birthday. We went to a podcast live. She's really into like true crime. So we saw the podcast Crime Junkie live. It started at 7:30, right when the Bulls played. I tried watching the game like on my phone in the little auditorium while these like 2 girls just talk about like murder and like this dude cutting off this girl's nipple and shit. I'm just like, yeah, I don't. That doesn't matter. I just want to watch the Bulls.
Okay.
And then like you guys were texting me up a storm about the game and everything, and I was just like, fuck off. This is getting annoying. I put my phone on silent, and then it got to a point where like I couldn't watch the game. It got to the point where I couldn't even like do refresh and look at just the box score. So I was like, all right, whatever. A couple hours pass. I try one more time, and I see the Bulls are down like 18 points in the third or something, or it might have been the fourth. And I was like, oh, well, that's a wrap on this game. Like the Bulls aren't coming back from that. Little did I know. They did. And the show ended. The podcast thing ended. I whip out my phone. I have so many missed texts, 15, 20 missed texts.
Well, that's not that much.
There's not a lot, but still, I was just like, what the fuck? So I look at all my texts. I see Scott. I just see like, holy fuck, holy fuck, holy fuck, holy fuck. like right after each other. And then I get home. I see Scott's text about, Dan, you missed probably the best game in basketball this season. This is the best game of basketball I've seen ever. Yada, yada, yada. Mind you, it's like 11:30 right now by the time I get home. Game's well done. Over. I go on YouTube. It's all over YouTube. I get to watch the last 5 minutes because YouTube, the NBA YouTube channel has like the last 5 minutes of the game. So I got to watch that. I was super tired on the way home, but as soon as I saw like those highlights and shit, I was up for another like 3 hours because, oh my God. I was screaming around the house like the game, like it just happened. So yeah, it was, I'm pissed that I missed that.
Hey man, you were being a good husband. Don't ever be upset for being a good husband.
I'm not mad that, I went to a live podcast for my wife and everything like that. I'm mad that that the Bulls game happened to be on the same day. So
Dan, have you ever seen the movie Fever Pitch? It's relevant to the story. You ever seen the movie Fever Pitch?
I'm
Jimmy
aware
Fallon,
of the movie, but I haven't
got Jimmy
seen it.
Fallon, and I forgot who's the other chick?
Queen Latifah?
No, that would be Taxi.
Oh, was I thinking of Taxi? My bad. I don't know. Jimmy Fallon, how many movies has he done? Like 3?
Yeah, 3.
So we only got 2 more to go.
I want to say it's probably Drew Barrymore.
It is Drew Barrymore.
Okay, Drew Barrymore.
Yes.
Reason why it's relevant is he goes to like either every Boston Red Sox game or whatever. He's like a season ticket holder, goes to every single Boston Red Sox games. Okay. For whatever reason, he has to skip one game and tend to Drew Barrymore. I forgot what they did. Doesn't really matter. Not relevant, but he was being a good boyfriend to Drew Barrymore, missed the game. And what happens? The one game he misses just so happened to be the most incredible comeback in Red Sox history, where I think Scott? They came back from like 9 runs in the 9th inning to win the game. Like literally the most incredible game in Red Sox history. And that just reminded me of you. Like you took your wife to the podcast and missed the most incredible game, probably in our lifetime watching it. So
I don't know. I mean, I was at the Bulls Heat game when Luol Deng hit that corner 3 to win.
Oh, you were?
That was one of the best games I've ever been to.
Yeah.
And I was
Wait a minute. You were at the Derrick Rose game buzzer beater. The Milwaukee
step back
Bucks.
and kiss myself?
Yeah.
Yep. I was about to say I was at that game too.
Yeah. And we say it all the time. And it was funny because while you were at that game, weren't a bunch of Bucks fans saying like Derrick Rose is overrated? Derrick Rose is overrated.
Yeah. So the Bucks fan base at the old BMO Harris and at the Pfizer Forum. The Pfizer Forum have like a section dedicated for these fans. They come every single game. It's almost like this little college vibe section of Bucks games.
Yeah.
Because like it's this group of people. There's probably like, I don't know, 20 to 30 deep. And they just chant and they cheer and they mean things about other teams and everything. So they piss me off every single time I go there. Every time. Because at the Rose buzzer beater game, they kept chanting that Rose is overrated, and then we all know what happened.
The rest
Let me
is
step
history.
back and kiss myself. And by the way, Bucks fans, I know for a fucking fact that you guys would shit all over Brandon Jennings when he played there. So, like, get an actual point guard, not named Dame,
Dude,
and then we'll talk.
Dude, it's kind of like, now I know how they feel because, like, when they had Jennings, we had Derrick Rose. Now, when they have Giannis, we got Patrick Williams. So, like, I feel like the tables have turned a little bit. So
they trade away one of the best players for Damian Lillard. So, I mean, that Drew Holiday Damian trade, I think, was the nail in the coffin for like the Bucks' hopes of winning a championship.
Probably. Probably. But not the nail in the coffin for hopes of a Giannis coming to the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, I mean, that could happen, realistically.
That could happen.
Think that could happen.
Could happen. And Jerry could put the games on a channel we could all watch. Those both have equally as much opportunity of happening. Well, gentlemen, speaking of poison, moving on to not just the buzzer beater, but the Bulls as a whole. Gentlemen, it's time for our usual Bulls status of the season so far. This one coming at a record 30 minutes into the podcast. Wow, it took us 30 minutes to talk about the actual Bulls, but the Josh Giddey shot was just one for the books. I've never cried so much. Anyway, Bulls status of the season so far. Gentlemen, the Chicago Bulls are currently standing at 33-41 with 8 games remaining left in the standings. Those 33 wins are good enough to stay. It was 9th. Now we're 10th in the Eastern Conference. And we are 6-4 in the last 10 games. Gentlemen, not bad numbers. We did have some good luck on our road trip, taking 4 out of the 6 games on that road trip. And honestly, that we could have easily won 5 of them. I mean, with the exception of the Phoenix Suns game where they completely shellacked us, that Houston Rockets game was a very winnable game too. So, gentlemen, with all that being said, it leads us to our main idea of the show, and that is, will the Chicago Bulls make the playoffs this year? With 8 games left to go and us currently sitting where we are, do you foresee the Bulls making that illustrious postseason? I'll let you guys go ahead.
If they win tonight against the Raptors, they officially clinch a play-in spot.
Okay.
So there's going to be 14. I don't think anybody else can drop out. Like, I think the Pistons are the 6th seed, and I don't think they're going to drop to it. Well, who knows with half their team suspended right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, man, it's good to see some fight back into the Pistons, man.
Yeah, the bad boys are back, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I'm not afraid of the Hawks. Like, we always seem to have the Hawks number. I think they did actually beat us the last time they played us.
We beat them.
We did? I thought there was one game that they beat us recently.
Oh, you talking about for a play-in game or during the regular season?
No, just period. Just regular season.
Oh, yeah, they took us the one game, yeah.
Yeah, I think we can beat the Magic. I'm not afraid of the Heat at all with Jimmy gone. I think we could, if we can jump into the 7 or 8 seed, I think we'll be okay. The Magic are kind of the team that I'm a little worried about, if anything, just because you never know how they're going to play. If we get into the 8 seed, I think yes. If we do not, I don't think we make the playoffs.
Bold statement. I mean, and again, in the beginning of the year, not many Bulls fans wanted to make the playoffs. And actually, I'll say until the last 15 games happened, they still didn't want to make the playoffs. It wasn't until after the trade deadline that everyone's like, hey, we could do it. Let's go for it. So, Dan Gracie, how you doing over there?
Funny that you were talking about those Bulls fans that didn't want the Bulls to be in the playoffs.
Yes. Not us at all. No.
I mean,
we wanted them. No.
So, all right. I would like to see the Bulls in the playoffs, but I don't want them to be in the playoffs, you know? I think they can, but I don't want them to make the playoffs.
I see what you're trying to say there.
So I really want the Bulls to make the play-in and just lose. It's not me like trying to shit on the team or any of our players or anything like that. It's for the future of this team. I want them to lose for the future of this team, because if we make the playoffs, then we will we'll get out of the top 10 for draft. You can kiss that draft pick goodbye. We go from maybe like the top 10, maybe 11th pick to what, like the 15th, I think, or something.
At least
like
14 or less. So
yeah. So that's mainly why. Like, it would be dope to see this team go. Like, well, no, because even if we make the playoffs, we're gonna lose in 4 or 5 games to the Cavs. So
yeah, exactly.
I'd rather miss the playoffs, get a good draft pick, than make the playoffs and get bounced out the first round, maybe potentially get swept and be stuck with a bad pick.
That's a noble way to look at it, honestly. I really do admire that. I mean, here's the thing. I'm a big I wish they would win every single game, and you know what I mean. That's just me. I kind of get a little selfish in the sense of I fail to see the bigger picture. I mean, do I think they can make the playoffs this year? Absolutely. This team has proven what they can do on the road. I mean, yes, we're going to be going into Cleveland. Let's say we do get lucky enough to make the playoffs. We're either going to play Cleveland or Boston. Okay. Both teams have shellacked us pretty well this year. Okay. So it's just going to be a quick, hey, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. You can go home now. But it's just a matter of, we've been out of the playoffs for a few years now, and I just want more basketball after the regular season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do feel you when it comes to, this is a solid draft class. If you can get, I mean, I don't want to say it's not one of the best draft classes. It's got a lot of good talent in there.
It's got potential.
It's got potential. There's a few players in there I for sure want. Of course, one of them being Cooper Flagg, but the other one is Kaman Maluak. I think for me, I want Maluak more than I want anyone else in that draft. And it's sad to say, but he's the one player that just fits what we need the most. Because I love Zach Collins. I really do. He's emerged as a very good center, but Lord only knows if he's going to be what we need going forward. I mean, he stepped up this year. Who's to say that he can keep it up? All that aside, yeah, I think they can make it. I think they'd have to do some winning. And unfortunately for us, the other teams would have to do some losing as well. They'd have to do their part. And I think I agree with Scott when I say that the Magic, I think, are the only team that scares me. The only thing that really scares me about the Heat, besides Tyler Hero, is for whatever reason, Bam Adebayo just dominates us whenever we play him. I don't know what it is about the Bulls, but Bam just goes out there and
he turns Vooch into a baby.
Noah. Yeah, he's too physical for Vooch.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the reincarnation of Chris Bosh in a Heat uniform. I mean, he plays that well. The Magic we play them so hard and they play us so hard, and they're close games. They're great games. I mean, if you think about it, the Magic for us, with the exception of maybe now, I wouldn't even say the Lakers now, but the Magic there for a while was the closest that we came to a rivalry. A lot of those games, both this season and last season, ended on buzzer beaters or nail biter shots. So I don't want to play the Magic to get in the play-in. But again, what does it matter? We're going to go into the first round, play the Cavaliers, and get shellacked. So I agree with you, Dan. It maybe the most noble thing to do would be to cut your losses, get a good pick, and maybe make a better push next season when you have a more well-rounded lineup. So
that's what I'm saying. Plus, next season we'll get a full 82 games of what this roster can be.
Exactly. We'll have a full 82 games with Kevin Huerter. We'll have a full 82 games with possibly Trey Jones, Zach Collins. And we have an entire offseason to unload the players that we want to unload. Again, no negativity, but if we can unload a Javon Carter, bring in a more volatile player, maybe unload a Vooch, get a pick in this year's draft.
Get Dalen Terry out of there.
I love Dalen Terry, man. Let me tell you something.
No, he stepped it up. He has stepped it up a lot.
I will say this. I was with you guys where Dalen Terry, whenever his feet touched the court, I cringed up until the time where he left the court. Now, I'm wrong. I'll admit when I'm wrong. Real men admit when they're wrong. I'm a real man. I'm wrong. Dalen Terry has been hooping lately. During that West Coast trip, that man shot the most accurate he's ever shot from the three-point line. It was unheard of. He was playing defense. He was cutting to the basket. He was making dunks. Dalen Terry looked like there was 5 Dalen Terrys out there. And Scott, I know that's your biggest fan, Dalen Terry. You're gonna get a number 25 Dalen Terry jersey.
Maybe
the city edition.
But like you said, I'll give him props. He's a completely different player than most of the season. Like the last, basically since the All-Star break. This whole team's been kind of different since the All-Star break. You're even seeing it in Pat too. He has become way more aggressive. I want to say yesterday he shot like 50% from 3 and had like 18 points. He actually dunked yesterday.
Yeah.
Which good.
Crazy.
Yeah. It's
No,
insane.
seriously.
But no, I'm going to give Terry his props. I want to know what happened to Julian Phillips because it seems like Phillips and Terry just kind of like switched. Like
Mhm.
we used to see Phillips like go out there and just ball out and hit some big threes, play some really good defense, and he just kind of looks lost lately, which I really like Phillips. Maybe it's just he's not getting enough minutes. And same thing with Sticks. And they kind of called it out yesterday on the broadcast about Sticks, like he's just not playing enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the answer to your first question is I think that it's not so much anything that Julian Phillips did wrong per se. I think it's just that Dalen Terry has just been playing that good that you just can't not give him minutes. You know what I mean? Because Julian Phillips is a tremendous defender. He's high energy. He's got a solid shot from the side there. He's shooting, I want to say probably 30% from the three, which is good, very good. But now you have Dalen Terry, who not only is playing defense, he's shooting an incredible percentage from the three just on that road trip. Incredible percentage from the three. He's cutting to the basket. He's making dunks. He's taking the ball up the court. I mean, how do you as a coach not give the man his flowers and give him more minutes? As far as Sticks, I still don't know why Billy doesn't play Sticks. And I mean, there's no reason why you can't play Sticks and Collins, power forward and center.
They did it last night.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying now we saw it. Where was this 15 games ago? There's always room for big men in the lineup. I mean, I know we like to play the small ball game, and that's fine, but sometimes we need size, man. I think last night we saw one of the biggest lineups we've ever seen with that, as far as height. Next order of business here I wanted to get into because I'm a little upset by this, and it's, gentlemen, we said it before, Matas Buzelis playing like an absolute king of the court.
That's my
and
boy.
I'm a little upset. That's your boy. I'm a little upset because had he been playing since the beginning of the year, I don't want to be saying, I don't even mean to say this well. Had he been playing consistent minutes at the beginning of the year, we could be looking at the rookie of the year this year. But instead, because he had limited minutes, and I think to qualify, you have to play what, Scott? At least 5 minutes, average 5 minutes a game.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know the exact rules. We could have been seeing the rookie of the year, and instead, Stephen Castle, I think, is going to run away with it this year. The man just playing out of his mind. But, gentlemen, what are your thoughts on now almost a full season of Matas Buzelis under your belt?
Sorry, real quick. I looked up, like, does Matas Buzelis qualify for Rookie of the Year? And according to Google's AI, he does.
Okay. What did
qualify.
Google say? By what means?
It just says, so the AI overview, when you Google, it says, yes, as a first-year player by the Chicago Bulls, blah, 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 Matas Buzelis is eligible for NBA Rookie of the Year. Here's why. Drafted in 24. He was drafted. So there you go. Rookie eligibility. He's a rookie. This is stupid.
Hey, you looked it up, man, not you.
No, I know. I'm just like, what? Okay. Anyways, Lil Boozy Vert. I'm ready for seconds.
Oh,
boy. I want more Matas. He's my boy. Like, Lil Boozy Vert. I say it every time he dunks. He's got a high basketball IQ. I've watched that crossover of him going behind the back and dunking it on Luka. I saw that probably more than the Giddy buzzer beater. I think the talent on this kid is like sky high. He's gonna kill it if next year. I don't think he'll hit that sophomore slump. I think he's just gonna improve more and more every year. I don't know if he's gonna be a star of the team, but he has potential.
Yeah. I mean, I would say depending who they draft this year, if they get a good pick,
depending on
whatever.
drafting and roster construction, I think the sky's the limit for Boozy.
Scotty B, what do you think?
At the beginning of the year, he did not look ready. It wasn't that he wasn't getting minutes. His confidence was not there. Like he could barely shoot. He was getting burned all the time on defense. He just didn't look comfortable. And that was the reason. I want to say he got sent out to the G League a couple times.
He might have early in the season. Yeah, I think he would. Early on in the season, he did.
Yeah, throughout the year, he definitely got his confidence up. And with Zach getting traded, that let him actually get put into the starting lineup. I actually looked up I saw it on Reddit, actually. Someone posted his last 5 games. He's averaging 29 minutes a game, 19
All right.
points, 5.8 rebounds, 2 assists, shooting 51% from the field, 50% from 3, and 1.4 blocks a game. He had
He's
4
a
blocks
killer.
yesterday.
Yeah.
He blocked Chet like twice in a row, or like 2 plays in a row.
Mhm.
Yeah. The man could
Yeah.
play.
He's confident. He has that killer mentality. Like,
I just think he didn't at the beginning of the year. He didn't have that confidence, and he got it. Plus, watching him on the IO videos, that dude is so funny. That dude's a clown.
Matas is a fucking clown.
Yeah,
Matas.
I love it. Yeah,
Matas is Gen Z all the way, man. He's so
Oh, yeah,
Gen
sure.
Z. There for a while, it seems like we didn't have it until maybe Dale and Terry, but we didn't have like that clown, that like guy that could joke around the locker room,
Yeah.
but then at the same time throw it down on the court. I think the closest thing we had before this was probably Joakim Noah. I'm interested to see
Nate,
what.
did you
no,
say
no.
Nate?
Oh, we
Nate
had
Robinson?
Nate.
no.
Rolo.
Rollo.
Rolo. I was gonna go
Yeah.
Rolo.
Rolo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do think Buzelis, he may be the best player in this draft class. And it was kind of talked about before the draft about he fell. He was the number 1 pick coming out of high school. He played terribly in the G League. And we're seeing why he was considered the number 1 pick a year before the draft. So
Yeah.
Yep.
the Bulls got a steal
Yeah.
in
Yes.
Buzelis.
Yeah.
And he is definitely a player to build around with Giddey. Like, you have 2 very solid players.
Hit it right on the head. I couldn't have said it any better myself. The thing about Matas is this: it's his first year in the league, and he's already displaying potential like this. I mean, I don't just want to say sky's the limit, but this guy paired with Josh Giddey, paired with Kobe White, because it seems like due to recent road trips and under the recent circumstance, that very well be the backcourt going forward. And what an exciting backcourt it is. Paired with them, I mean, it puts us just one piece closer to putting together a team that can compete. Obviously, we need to get our center situation squared away. We need to get our power forward situation squared away. Who knows if it's Kevin Huerter playing small forward and Matas playing power forward? Because ideally, I kind of would love to see Matas play in the small forward role. If he ends up being the power forward and it works for him, perfect. It's interesting to see where they're going to put him moving forward. Nonetheless, guy's putting up incredible numbers. He just had his career high 31 points while on that road trip. I mean, and he's just a great guy. I mean, I love seeing Matas Buzelis on the floor. I kind of get like this warm, fuzzy feeling whenever Matas steps on the floor. So it would be interesting to see. Again, this may just be selfish Sal talking, but it'd be interesting to see what this young man, as a rookie, does in a playoff setting. I mean, I hope we get to see it, but we get to see it in a play-in setting. I mean, who knows? But yeah, I'm excited to see that. What do you got?
One thing real quick. It was after one of the Lakers games on Reddit. I saw a post claiming that Matas is Luka's dad. Like, he owns Luka. And
why?
I think it had to be that first game when Matas did that behind the back crossover and then dunked it. Like, yes, that was a sick move by like the short answer, no. No.
Yeah.
Matas is not Luka's dad. Like, Matas does not own Luka. So like every once in a while I see these delusional posts on Reddit from Bulls fans, and it's just, some of y'all just make me shake my fucking head. Like,
yeah.
Come on.
Part of, I think, where that's coming from too is he's not afraid to go at superstars. He's not afraid to guard them too. He was guarding LeBron. At times he was guarding Luka. He's guarded Kevin Durant. He's not afraid to take them on. He's not afraid to drive on these superstars. He's not afraid to go at them. There's a lot of players that are like, oh, this is LeBron, I'm not going to try.
Right.
I get
that might be it. There's only 2 players that I know of that are like, I would say they've always dominated that guy or did it on a big stage. And that is De'Aaron Fox against Lonzo Ball. Like, that is a fact. De'Aaron Fox has always taken Lonzo down.
Has he?
Really?
Yes, that has been a thing since college. And then,
Oh, really?
And then there is Jason Terry, what he did to LeBron James.
Yeah,
Hey, man.
I knew that one was coming.
I'm excited to see what's going on in the future. Before we move on, I did mention a little bit earlier, real quick, I just want to bring to attention, I alluded to it here a few minutes ago, but our newly constructed backcourt, and I guess it's not newly constructed, it's been there all year, but they're newly emergent, the emergence of our newly backcourt, whatever.
Giddy and
Kobe.
Whites?
I don't like calling them that. I'll call them the hair bros.
I don't like that name either. The what? What do you call them?
I'll call them the hair bros or the hair, something the hair, because they're both known for their hair.
The fro and the flow.
I refuse to call them the fro
There
and the
you go.
flow. Oh,
That's nice.
yes,
That's nice.
Where did you hear that?
Reddit. I saw it on the someone said it on the Bulls subreddit, asking
yeah.
like, what's a good name?
The fro and the flow. I love that, dude. Dude, I love that.
No, by
what
the way,
do you guys think?
The top answer was whatever Stacey King comes up with.
Basically,
I saw that. I think I saw that post.
It's come to the era where if you get a nickname from Stacey King, you know you made it. You know you made it. But anyway, gentlemen, what is your thoughts on this new backcourt? It is going to be our backcourt going forward, providing we don't make some blockbuster trade.
Yeah.
Do you think we could win a championship with this backcourt, or do you think it's just going to be fun for now?
I think this is a legit contending backcourt. I'm not going to go all the way and say like, yeah, Giddy and Kobe are going to win a ring together because I have no idea. But I do see the potential in this backcourt. I like it. I like it a lot. Kobe is back to playing like his more natural position of being off ball. Giddy, we all know he's a wizard with the ball in his hands. This backcourt definitely has a lot of potential to do a lot of damage in the NBA. I think assuming that we keep Kobe in a couple of years, yeah, they're gonna be some real trouble.
Scotty B?
I would say it's a top 5 backcourt as they are playing right now.
Really?
Well, the way they're playing right now, Giddy is basically averaging a triple-double with like 15 to 20 points a game. Kobe White just won Player of the Month. Kobe was playing out of his mind until the Thunder happened, and I have a feeling he's gonna have a bounce back game tonight against the Raptors. But I would say I don't know if we can win a championship with this team. Maybe. I think there's just too many issues with the surrounding rest of the team. Like, the bench is not where we need to be. Like, I'm just looking at like what the Thunder did yesterday. They brought a guy in off the bench and he dropped 30 on us. Like, we don't have that type of player. That's something you kind of need. They also had Caruso, which we traded him for. He can just come in and shut anybody down. We don't have that. There's a long way to go before we are anywhere near the elite teams. We are going to run into a major problem with how much Kobe White is going to have to be paid.
Yeah, that's my big question.
I want to say I heard them talking about it on the Score the other day. You can only I think you can only give him like a 10% raise or something if you're re-signing a player.
He can make so much more in the open market.
So I don't think the Bulls can re-sign him, like, logically.
They can, but they have to be like, the front office has to get like insanely creative.
Yeah. Well, and here it is.
That's going to be hard.
Vooch is making close to or at 20-something mil. Okay. He's going to be off the books. Now, that's where, again, I agree with you guys. It's going to get interesting. Do you trade Vooch for picks or players, or picks and players, or just picks? My opinion, don't be pissed off if you see Vooch traded for picks. Even if it's a second round pick, that's what you should do. But I mean, everyone wants like a first and a blah, 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 blah. Just a second round pick. Just do a dump. Because like you guys said, it's going to be very hard to re-sign Kobe White. He's going to be making some money. Josh Giddey's going to be making some money. Like I just said, He's expected to make 30 plus million a year with his new contract coming up. Lonzo Ball, he just restructured his contract into a very trade-friendly contract. That gives you some extra wiggle room. And then, of course, you have the Talen Horton-Tucker contracts. You have your Javon Carter contracts that you do with them what you will, but we'll have to scrape and scrounge for some money. And in my opinion, I think it's worth it because this is probably one of the better backcourts I've seen in Bulls jerseys, with the exception of like your Derrick Rose, Jimmy Butlers, those backcourts. I mean, this could be a backcourt to turn heads. And I told you guys that it was going to be like, we're going to have I said it at the beginning this year, where Kobe and Giddey are going to be like a mini Dallas Mavericks, where you can have anyone taking the ball up the court and they'll just be that insane.
Oh, like Luka and Brunson or what?
No, Luka and Kyrie.
Oh,
Jalen Brunson plays for.
Well, I thought you were talking before he got traded.
Oh no, this year, at the beginning of this year.
I forgot that Kyrie was on the Mavs for some reason.
Yeah, I just now remembered that Luka is no longer on the Mavs anymore. So, sorry, man. Real quick, before I forget, while we were in the city, we were eating at Small Cheval. I don't know if you've ever been to Small Cheval. If you've never been to Small Cheval, go to Small Cheval. It's a burger place. Phenomenal burger. Probably one of the best burgers I've had that aren't like fast food burgers. Anyway, I'm sitting in there, and I'm outnumbered. I don't have any jerseys on, but there is somebody wearing a LeBron James jersey for the Lakers. Somebody wearing a Luka Laker jersey. Somebody wearing an Austin Reeves Laker. This is just in the restaurant. It's not very big. I know. Okay. Then there was a couple women walk in wearing LeBron, Luka. There's at least 5 or 6 jerseys in there, including a Dallas Mavericks Luka Doncic number 77 jersey. So I'm feeling a little outnumbered. So finally, the guy wearing the Luka and the Dallas hears us talking about the game, and he's like, "Oh, are you guys going to the game too?" And I'm like, "No, it's sold out." I'm like you're very confident wearing that 77 Mavericks jersey, though. He's like, "Oh, I'm actually a Dallas Maverick fan," and he's like, "You should have seen the atmosphere in Dallas when he got traded." I guess he had just gotten up here recently, and he said that Dallas Mavericks stadium was an absolute nightmare to be at. It was like a terrible vibe, terrible aura. So it was just, I was outnumbered in my own damn city.
I feel like the Dallas Mavs like arena is still bad vibes. Like I saw a video clip, I think yesterday, of a fan screaming in Nico's face, like, "Fire Nico!" Like they fucking hate him. They hate him. And it's justified.
The only way I can compare it, and it's not even, it might be the same. You remember when they traded Derrick Rose to the New York Knicks? I know you did because I was at your house.
I was pissed. Yeah,
we both were pissed. Yeah. You know how like we traded him? He was okay. He wasn't quite, Derrick Rose of old. He was injury, and we got rid of him, and we were both pissed. You remember that? Now imagine doing that after the 2010-2011 season when Derrick Rose was the man. I can only imagine that's what that city would look like. So
yep.
I
feel like it'd be worse. I feel like it would be worse because
Luka should have thought of that before he was a fat drunk. Like, what's wrong?
Stop. Get off Fortnite, Luka, and start doing some sprints.
Overwatch. What was he number 2 in the world? Overwatch, right?
Oh, yeah. I think it is Overwatch, not Fortnite.
Overwatch.
Whatever. Yeah. Sorry.
Allegedly.
I'm just an elder millennial. Doesn't know hip video games.
We'll see. Of course, by the time the next podcast comes out, you will know the answer of if we made the playoffs or not. I'm interested to hear what your thoughts are. Leave them in the comment section down below. Do you think the Bulls will make the NBA playoffs this year, and why? Tell us why, or tell us why they won't. Either way, we'd love to hear from you. Dan, go ahead and use your trademark line. I'm giving you the green light. Don't forget to.
Oh yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe.
There you go. All right. Right.
While you're at it, why don't you go to danzelrange.com and pick up some merch for yourself.
There you go. Or for a loved one.
Easter's coming around.
But gentlemen, we've reached not the sad time, not yet. We're not done. We're not done yet. probably one of my favorite parts of the show, and that is Mount Hornsmore. And this episode's Mount Hornsmore, I'm actually excited about because it's about a very exciting topic. It ties in, of course, with the theme of this show. And this week's Mount Hornsmore is, what is your top 5 Mount Hornsmore of Chicago Bulls buzzer beaters? Doesn't necessarily have to be game winners, just buzzer beaters.
Officially, I have 7.
Okay.
Officially, I have 10.
Okay.
Officially,
what's
your number 5?
Yeah, I've not in any order. Obviously, the shot over Elo.
Yeah, the shot.
Game 1 of the 97 finals against the Jazz. Jordan, they pass the ball into Jordan. He's at like kind of the 3-point line. And then he just beats Russell off the step. And he just takes like 2 steps in the arc and hits a game winner. Russell's kind of like falling down trying to block it. So, classic Jordan. Classic.
Jordan.
Derrick Rose, step back and kiss myself over Brandon Jennings.
Great one.
Dan saw it live. Come on.
He is.
2015 Eastern Conference Finals. Derrick Rose hits that game winner and then jumps into Noah's arms with the look of, I knew that was going in. How dare you guys think it wasn't?
Mm-hmm.
And then this is a twofer, and we spoke about it earlier. DeMar DeRozan hitting 2 back-to-back days. The first one was like, it kind of looked like he was taking a floater from the 3-point line, which is insane.
Yeah.
And then the next day, he hits another one over the Wizards where he did his signature pump fake. They bid on it because obviously, and then he hits a contested jumper over Beal.
Yeah.
And then my honorable mention is 2014 against the Lakers.
Taj?
It was Taj. They had like
I was at that game too.
Yeah, they had. Were you?
Yeah. The tip.
Yeah, they had. No. It wasn't a tip in.
It was
No, he had. It was basically they had 0.9 seconds left, and like everybody cut to the outside, and Taj just had like an open lane. So Dunleavy like did a bounce pass to him, and he just did like an easy layup, and that was the heart, hustle, and muscle the first time. It was Stacy said it.
Maybe I wasn't at that one. I'm pretty sure. Does Taj have a tip-in buzzer beater?
That might be the one you're talking about, but
yeah,
you might have thought it was a live. Dang,
maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I found a video of it. I just searched Bulls buzzer beaters, and I found a video said all Bulls buzzer beaters since 1990.
There you go.
Yeah, so I just watched. It was like an 8-minute video of just Bulls buzzer beaters that I watched, and it obviously started with Craig Elo's one in 1989. Because that makes sense.
Since the 90s, so
well, it's probably because the 89-90 season.
Yeah,
that's why. That's why. Dan Gracie, fist is in your court. What's your top 5, fella?
All right, so this is in no particular order.
All right.
So I have Jimmy Butler on December 16th, 2023, when he hit a game winner against the Bulls. I have Damian
against
Lillard.
The Bulls?
Against the Bulls.
I have Damian Lillard January 30th.
Are these just all against the Bulls?
When he hit a game winner against the Bulls. I have LeBron James May 10th, 2015, when he hit a game winner over the Bulls. I have Carmelo Anthony.
Wait. Was that a playoff game? Was that playoff game that me and you were at?
We were at that game, yes.
Yeah.
Worst day of my life.
Worst day of my life.
Carmelo Anthony, November 26, 2010, when he hit a game winner over the Bulls. And to top it off, a Chicago native. He played for the Chicago Bulls. He is Dwayne Wade. In March 9th of 2009, he hit a game winner over the Bulls. That is my top 5.
Okay.
You said it had to be Bulls? You said it had to be Bulls buzzer beaters. The Bulls played all these games. It's not their fault.
I was not expecting that. Okay.
So So for my Bulls ones, I have.
Oh,
5
you
Bulls
actually-
ones. I did. I spent way too much time doing the other ones, so like this is just a list of ones that I saw.
Oh,
Back to back Demar, D Rose, game against Cleveland, the Derrick Rose step back and kiss myself, Taj against the Lakers,
Mhm.
and then a sneaker, Elton Brand, January 4th, 2001 against the Wizards.
oh yeah. I didn't think you guys were watching back then.
I wasn't. It was on Basketball Reference, and I said, "Oh, that's random as shit." All right.
All right, wonderful. Yeah, that was, dude. Man, Elton Brand was incredible.
Elton Brand was a beast. Yeah.
Just for us, like, dude. Here's the thing, like, he was like, I don't want to say like Lauri Markkanen because he wasn't like that play style, but he was one of those, like, he was elite on our team. We for some reason got rid of him, and he just stayed even more elite. So I mean, oh man, I miss Elton Brand. What was Elton Brand's number?
I don't remember. He hasn't been in the league for so long. I don't know.
It was 42. You were just watching the video today.
I didn't watch the video. It was on basketballreference.com.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, 42 for my list. So these are in a particular order. These are ranked, in my opinion, the top buzzer beaters in Chicago Bulls history that the Bulls have scored, not the other way around. Number 5.
Specified.
DeMar DeRozan, back-to-back buzzer beater, being the only, if not the latest person to ever do it on back-to-back days, and, might I add, in back-to-back years, because the first one was December 31st, 2021. The second one was, how did we have 2 New Year's Eve games? Anyway, number 4 is Derrick Rose hitting the shot, step back, kiss myself in Milwaukee. Probably one of the coolest. I was watching that one live too. Not there, but I was watching it. Number 3 was the shot in Cleveland. Just because he hit it over Tristan Thompson. Did you see how tall he had to jump to get it over Tristan Thompson? And this was a Derrick Rose that had already been through injuries, and the fact that shot went in it just showed that he still had it. Number 2 would be Michael Jordan's shot on Craig Elo. That's probably one of my favorite memories of Michael Jordan. Just the pumping of the fist was just because that was one of my favorite. That was one of my favorite memories of Michael Jordan, or one of my earliest. I shouldn't say favorite. One of my earliest memories of Michael Jordan. Kind of what made me start loving basketball. But the number 1 best Chicago Bulls buzzer beater in NBA, in franchise history, that is, would be Josh Giddey hitting a half-court game winner and sealing the best 12.6 seconds of my life, and most stressful ones for that matter. And that would be the shot that he took the other day. I really don't think there had ever been one that came close.
Right.
You guys give honorable mentions. I'll give an honorable mention. It really wasn't a buzzer beater, but it was to beat the buzzer, so to speak. And that was Michael Jordan's 98 shot on Byron Russell.
No.
That's it. Yeah,
I
it
was
wasn't a
upset
buzzer
I didn't
beater.
have any Michael Jordan. I was upset I didn't have any Michael Jordan, but I had Dwayne Wade and I had LeBron James. So
Yeah, it's close enough, right? Close enough.
some say even better.
Hold on. Hold on.
Said some, not me. Some.
Yeah, some. We'll hear about it in the chat. Don't worry. So that was Mount Hornsmore.
Sorry.
Oh, we have to do. You missed. That was last week. Last week was 90s music. Yeah. So that was Mount Hornsmore. If you want to hear your Hornsmore read on the air, leave it on the comment section down below. What major thing do you want to see us rank? Could be anything. Candy bars, sports, movies. Scott is looking forward for the day that we do the Robin Williams, rank the top 5 Robin Williams movies. He's had that. I hope
someone says like rank your favorite colors.
Whatever. You want to rank your favorite colors? We'll do it. We'll rank
hard.
whatever.
That'd be hard.
Rank your favorite rooms in the house. I don't care. Just give us something to rank.
Bathroom number 1.
Probably, especially after a night at Taco Bell or White Castle. Absolutely. But gentlemen, now we've reached that sad, sad part of the show where it's time to say goodbye to the Bulls fans and the Horniacs. And I'm a little sad because I enjoyed this episode talking about buzzer beaters and Bulls doing good and playoffs. That's what I would have said at the beginning of the year. Playoffs? Like, there's no way we would have made the playoffs. Yeah.
The playoffs. I haven't seen the playoffs in years.
Yeah, we really haven't. Now, despite all that, we still have to say goodbye. Dan Gracie, what do you have for the Bulls fans and the Horniacs?
Not much. I'm getting my haircut soon. I need it.
Oh,
as you can tell.
Yeah, lovely.
But yeah, other than that, yeah, not much really going on. Looking forward to watching the Bulls play tonight. Maybe we can have a comeback game and beat the Raptors. Yeah, that's all you got for me.
Very good. Very good. Scotty B, what do you got?
I may have found a gift for you.
Oh boy. Is it
That's
is
all
it
you
what
need
I
to know.
is,
It's not what you expect.
it's not what you just sent in the chat?
No.
I might buy
It is a 1999 Upper Deck Michael Jordan telephone. The one where you push the button and the ball opens.
Oh.
Have you guys not seen that?
No. No way. Oh wow.
This is the longest link.
Oh wow. Oh
So-
wow.
You could push a button and it opens and it does like an intro for Michael Jordan.
What is the bottom looks like a what is that? Looks like a hamburger.
It's a telephone.
I know, but
Yeah,
like
it's
the
a
bottom of
phone.
this. Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like ground beef.
It does, yeah.
You mean the stands?
Yeah. Oh, that's what that is?
Yeah, because there's the court in there.
Oh, I have to look at that again. It looks like hamburger meat. Oh, now I see it. It's the
I haven't seen-
Jumbotron.
I haven't seen a corded phone in so long.
Yeah.
But
Very
that's
nice.
all I have. You may be getting that in the mail.
I'll have to display it somewhere soon. And actually, I'll have to find...
Never mind. I found a Michael Jordan Pog set.
Ooh,
Oh
Pogs.
my god!
I'll have to find a place to put it because I'm getting evicted out of my studio here in a few months. My son's going to be born, and I don't
that's
know
your
where I'm going to
fault.
film.
Oh
I
yeah,
may have to-
that's the other thing. I told Sal
Mhm.
that once his son is born, he needs to send a picture in to the Bulls game next season,
Mhm.
just so he can be on the new Chicago Bulls fan, because they
Oh,
always
yeah.
show a picture of newborn babies on there.
Mhm.
Oh fuck! I didn't know that. I might have a kid just for that.
My son will be born in the Advocate. Will be born in an Advocate system too.
Oh, I was about to say in the Advocate Center.
Maybe. Maybe we'll do it.
Impressive, man.
Yeah.
All right, very nice. And as for me, what do I got for you? Well, the only thing I have for you guys this week is we've reached yet another milestone in our Horns Over Hoops career, and that is we have, with your help, of course, because you guys are doing this, we're just putting out the content. That is, we've successfully gained another 1,000 subscribers. We have officially hit
Yeah.
2,000 subscribers and counting. We are absolutely over the moon, and I still can't believe it that we've hit 2.1 to be exact K subscribers. It's absolutely incredible. So thank you guys all from the bottom of my heart for liking our stuff, watching our videos, spending some time with a couple of guys here and talking Bulls and having a little fun. If you have not yet done your part yet, drop us a like, drop us a sub, help us get one step closer to that illustrious silver play button. I every time I watch a YouTube video, I see somebody bust out like their various play buttons, like the gold, the platinum, or whatever they got, and I don't know. I always wanted one. I think it'd be really cool to have. So that's all we want, and to put on the best show we possibly can for you guys. And I hope we're doing that. And the fact that you guys are liking and coming back, it reassures us we're doing exactly that. So thank you very much. Play along with us every day. Guess the mystery NBA player of the day. It's ever changing. Leave your answers in the comment section below. It is. It's very. You guys have been playing too.
I just want to say who it's today.
It was Gary Payton.
You can say it because by the time this airs,
Sean
it won't be.
Kemp.
Yeah. I'll just say a random one. Maybe it'll be that player of the day. It's I don't know.
It's Stephen Marbury.
Steve Adams.
It's Allen Iverson. That might actually be a possibility.
It's Paul Pierce. Today is Paul Pierce. The truth.
Yeah. Anyways, with all that being said, again, thank you so much for joining us here. The Bulls season is coming to a close by the next time we come to you. We'll either be in a playoff berth or we will be going back to the drawing board for next season. But nonetheless, despite all that, we still encourage our Bulls fans and our Horniacs to see red and go Bulls. Good night, everybody.